Hello boys and girls, we're going to be on lesson 8-5. This is on page 459. So if you need to, pause the video so you can get to the right page. Alex here uses some yellow and red counters to show that 6 can equal 4 plus 2. So there's 6 altogether, and it could be 4 yellow counters plus 2 red counters. So we're going to try to figure out another way to do that. So we're going to do it over here. And if you have some counters, that might be a good way to practice this. But you could do some red counters, and then you can do some yellow counters. And we need to figure out another way that we can break apart 6. So now all together, we have 6. That's why we have this number. Now you might be going, but normally it's this plus this equals 6. Well, it's flipped. It's flipped around, and that's okay. It's the exact same thing as what we would normally do, but it's just flipped around. So now we start with 6, so we have 6 altogether. How many yellow plus how many red? So you could do it like this. You could flip more of them over. You could make more of them yellow. I want you to try to figure out how you would want to do it, and then write the numbers here. So pause the video. How would you like to break apart 6? And then write the numbers down. So hopefully right now you have broken apart these numbers and you've paused the video. So I could do it, if I wanted to, like this. I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow plus 1 red. Now you could have had it like this too, or you could do it a different way, and that's okay. Those are all different ways that you can break apart 6. All right, let's move those off to the side. Let's turn to the next page. All right, so we are going to be breaking apart 6, but this time we're going to be circling them into different groups. So there's some pretzels down here, and they circle these for us. So they did this group and this group. So they did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this group and 1 in the other one. So that's how they broke apart 6. They started with 6, and you can break it apart into 5 plus 1. Now let's practice that with number 7. Okay, we're going to be breaking apart these groups into different kinds of groups. We can group them because we have 7 to start with. All of these, we have 7 to start with, and we can break them apart into different groups. So I could do this as one of my groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as my first group, and then 1, 2 as my next group. So now I have 5 plus 2. Now for this one, I could break it apart in a different way. What's another way that we could break it apart? I want you to pause the video, break it apart, and then play it. So hopefully right now you have paused the video and you broke apart 7 in a different way. Now we could do it like this. This is just one way that we could do it. You might have this way, or you could do it a different way. But I have 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you have it a different way, that's okay. Keep it. Don't change it. There's tons of ways to break apart 7. Now, for number 4, I want you to do the same. Pause the video. I want you to break it up in a different way. So don't do 5 plus 2 or don't do 3 plus 4. We want to do a different way to break apart 7. Pause the video and go ahead and do it. Hopefully you paused the video and you broke apart 7. And this way, I'm going to do this 1 and then this group. This is how I'm going to break it apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 plus 6. Maybe you had that, or maybe you broke it apart in a different way. Don't change it. You can keep it just how you did it, because there are many ways to break apart 7. All right. This is our independent practice, so this means you are doing it by yourself. And so for number 5 and 6, you're going to be breaking apart. Let's look at number 5 first. It already has this number for you. We have started with 6. How do you want to break it apart? Just like what we did before. For this one, they didn't write how many we had all together. So that's the first thing you need to do. How many do we have all together? How many are there? Write that number, then break it apart into two different groups. Now for this one, they didn't draw it. So first you need to draw it. So all together we should have 6. So you should draw 6 crackers and then break it apart. This is the only page that you need to post onto Seesaw, and I will see your work there.